For those that are coming through our socials, come right into daytradingmarkets.org. Follow the instructions in the chat. While you're in our socials, like us, share us, repost us. Like us, share us, repost us. Heart us, bookmark us. Very helpful. Supposed to get 10 inches plus snow this weekend. I'm in New York, which is we're getting some snow. We also offer one-on-one trading consultations for those that are part of our service. So if you're interested in that, let us know. We also offer Yeah, if you have it right with Saul. We do everything through Zoom. So you set it up through Zoom. Hey, good morning. Yeah, I hope you had a good holiday. Until Sal pops in, I just put up the Bitcoin dollar. For those that are joining us through our socials, come right over into daytradingmarkets.org. That's our Zoom. That's where everything happens. Can't help you unless you come in. You're right right now it's 9:11. Sal comes in, I'll switch out the charts. He'll give out this morning's levels. Be prepared to write them down. We'll post them as a repeat in the chat window in Zoom. We'll work the session together until 11. And then we've got some coaching sessions scheduled. Yeah, it's amazing the volume in Bitcoin. Give me the constant volume in Bitcoin. Hey, Don, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Brad.
Hey, how was your day? Oh, I'm not sure. Did you have a day off yesterday?
No, I actually traded yesterday.
Oh, wow. Okay. But things
I come
opened
in.
yesterday?
It's open till noon.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. I didn't even know that. I don't think Sal was around, was he?
I don't know. I didn't come into the room. I just opened it up. I saw a few trades. I took them and went and did something else.
Oh, okay. All right, good.
Zoom did some strange stuff. They must have done an update or something.
Wow, what happened?
Well, the normal getting in the room was different.
Oh, you think Sal will get in?
Yeah, I think so. Let's see what
What
they.
was the roundabout?
I was looking back to see here. Let me see. Go back to my. Zoom webinar events. You had been removed from X Prosper.
And then did it add you back or?
Well, I don't know. I didn't go through that connection. I went through another one that I had.
Oh, at least you're in.
Yeah.
Let's hope he can get in.
If he can't, we'll hear about it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Crazy, but Zoom sometimes does its thing.
Yeah. What is that? A chart of crypto?
It's Bitcoin.
Bitcoin. Okay.
Yeah, it's Bitcoin dollar. It's I just throw it up there. If you want to throw your charts up, well, let's see if you can get in and put his up because we're at 18. But I put
Yeah.
that up A because it interests me, and B it's very active. You can just see by what it's doing. I mean the volatility and the trading, and it's all micro trades. It's small pieces of it.
Hey, Michael, did you have any trouble getting in the room this morning? I said, did you have any trouble getting into the room this morning? Logging in? Okay, good.
Hey, Craig, good morning. Hey, Ange, good morning. Hey, Darius, how are you? Philip? Hey, Paul. For those that are joining us through our socials, join us now live at daytradingmarkets.org. For those that are joining us through our socials, join us live now at daytradingmarkets.org. While you're in our socials, like us, share us, repost us.
All right. Well, sorry about that. Trying to get on this thing for 10 minutes. I couldn't get in today, and they decided to have upgrades or whatever. All right. Let's give you our levels for this morning. Our pivot this morning is 68.70. 68.72. Upside resistance. Well, we had 80 up to 84 and change there, so be careful. Below that, above that, 96. 96, 6909, 21, 34. Below 59, 48, 36, 25, and 17. Pivot 68.72, upside at 85, 96, 6909, 21, and 34. Downside support at 59, 48, 36, 25, and 17. Okay. All right. We have opened up a lot lower, and as I'm trying to find out since last night, I was trying to find out what has been going on or why we opening so much lower. I haven't been able to really find anything besides the fact that gold broke out above some certain levels. The world political and business elite at Davos were prepared for a major shakedown as the United States arrived at Swiss Alps Resort with its biggest delegation in history. The message from President Trump will be to get on board with America First framework or risk being sidelined or penalized for emerging security and trade other structured around U.S. leadership. There's a lot at stake, especially with Trump's administration actively looking to expand American influence in the hemisphere and broader global markets. Stock markets sink and yields rise. Yeah, bond yields have really jumped. They're trading 114. They were up at the 116 handle. All right, we're coming back up here to these interim highs here. Be careful here at 85. Again, we have expanded our stops here a little bit. I take into consideration this volatility that's in the market. I'm probably looking at 3 to 4 points minimally for sure. So be careful here at the 85 if you're going to jump in. There's a lot of volatility here this morning. 3 points minimally for sure, maybe even 4 or 5, depending on how your risk tolerances are. And if it's too much volatility, just be patient and wait. Yields jumped there at 430. That is a big jump in yields there on the bond market. That is a huge jump there in the bond market. We are popping off of our 85 area again. If you were going to take it, maybe you just take the. If you needed a reason to jump in, you were looking at the fact that it was testing that spike. Nonetheless, it's coming off here a little bit.
Below?
Yeah.
Below your 72, you had 59.
59, 48.
Okay, I got
36, 25, and 17.
Yeah. Okay, I just didn't hear that 59. Good.
Yeah. There are no economic reports coming out this morning. So I guess the market is just worried about what's going to happen, what's going to coming out of Davos more than anything else.
So I read an article that said that the Dow was down like 700 points because of the tariffs that Trump is wanting to put on the EU and all those countries that starting February 1st, 10%, and then a couple months later, 25%. And
on the EU, yeah.
On the EU, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, they say Liberation 2.0. That's what I heard too. Liberation Day, meaning the tariff page that he came up with. Yeah, we will post the levels, Paul, in just a minute. VIX jumped up to a whopping almost 20. They are definitely popping. Yeah, last week they were right around 15, 16, somewhere in their range. And all of a sudden, boom. So a little nervousness here in the market as to what is going to come out of the meeting in Davos, and Trump is going there with a big delegation. One of the symbols of the new order. There's the levels in the chat. Thanks, on. Is the fight over Greenland. President Trump has threatened up to 25% tariffs against 8 European countries, including the UK, France, Germany, Denmark, which has deployed military assets to the Arctic island at a time when the United States is aiming to take ownership of territory. Advocates of the new approach say that the move is urgent, given the advances by Russia and China, which are playing a different set of rules, though the critics say that the risk is being mitigated by taking close allies to task and shattering very alliances meant to keep these adversaries at bay. The EU said that they're weighing $93 billion of counter tariffs. Bring out the bazookas. All right, 85. We already tested a couple times, so let's not worry about that. We're looking at the 96. You see our blue band is coming in there at 92 in our hourly, and 90 is our green band in our 5 minutes. But there's a lot of volatility here, so trade it small. You don't have to trade it big because we're getting some nice rotations if we are right. And finding our areas there to give us those opportunities is one reason we have to be patient and wait for the market to give us a little opportunity instead of just trying to guess. Right.
Is that 68.25 or 75? I'm sorry, 72.
Well, the numbers are right there.
All right. Sorry.
72 is the pivot, right? The pivot is 72. All right, so nice little gap there. There it is. Thanks, Tom. So we see a couple gaps there. We can see a gap in the bond market, gap here overnight as well. And good chance that we have to fill those gaps up. Let's see. This is from, I think, well, this was yesterday. They traded for like a little bit. So I guess somewhere up in the 69.60 area would probably be one target. Settlement price is around 70, 69, 76, somewhere in that range. So 60 would be the low from yesterday, and then 76 would be probably the settlement price, depending on how you want to cover gap fills. 60 would probably be the first target. But that's late. If we get that today, then that'd be a very big move. See what happens. They got to play out this situation here before they do anything else. I think see where this takes us with these fight over tariffs and stuff. And we're very choppy. We did go right to our blue band here, bounce off of our blue band 74 area. Those of you who like trade the blue band.
Well, Saul, I was pulling for your Bears.
That was a weird game, to be honest with you.
I agree.
That was a very weird game. I mean, you don't, it was just a weird game. They had that game 10 times over.
I know
10
it.
times over.
I
don't
know
even
it.
understand. I don't even understand the call there at the end. I don't understand how it looked like the receiver kind of gave up on the play. I mean, it was weird. The whole thing was, I mean, you don't have to go for that many yards. The middle was wide open. I just don't understand. And I just don't understand any part of that game. What happened at the beginning of the game and not taking the field goals, especially in a playoff game. I mean, all of that stuff just did not make any sense.
I'm in full agreement.
And then they say, you know, he should have gone for 2 after the touchdown, which, you know, I guess because you give up on all those field goal attempts. Why not at that point, right? But I mean, who's to say they would have made it either way?
Right.
But nonetheless, but the game, the call, that pass, it was just, I don't know, where'd that come from? I mean, they didn't have to make that pass, and I mean, I don't know if he threw it into coverage. I mean, it looked like the receiver just gave up on it, and then actually the defender worked harder to try to get the ball than the receiver tried to get the ball. It was weird. It was
exactly.
And then that call, you got that call, the same kind of interception, non-interception call,
right?
Right, with the Seattle game, with the Buffalo game. It literally is the same play. It's amazing, but it's exactly the same situation. I guess I don't know. It's so weird.
I know. It is crazy. I watched that Miami game last night.
That was a
And
good game.
yeah, I mean, it ended the same way. The guy threw that interception.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like, but then of course those no calls. I mean,
yeah,
th- with the helmet to right to the
yeah,
guy's face, bloody
yeah.
mouth. I mean, it's. And I thought last night at that game, I thought, good night. They're just some of the poor play callers are trying to run MB up the middle, and he can't do it. It's just not
No,
happening.
no. Yeah,
Like,
I don't get it. I don't get what they were trying to. I don't understand. Still a good game, but
yeah,
there's always that human factor, right? All right, we're coming up
yeah,
here to our green band, blue band area. Otherwise, we have 96 above that, so kind of keep that into consideration if you're going to trade this area. Against our green band and our blue band, a little opportunity here for us if you're a little aggressive and getting a nice little rotation here. If you did jump in against that, I mentioned that earlier before it got up here. Definitely got right up to our green band there in our 5 minute and a nice little rotation here against it. All right, nice little scalp there for us. The price action play. We have uh, levels, and then we have price action plays, and we combination of both those gives us our setups for this morning. We usually are looking for about 2 or 3 points. That's usually what the market gives us, especially with the VIX was trading down at 15 or so. But because of the volatility, definitely expanding our targets at least 4 points I'd say. And you're going to get those rotations. You got to keep your stops in place to take that into consideration as well. But you are getting those rotations that we're looking for here, so it's not impossible. So again, no economic reports, nervousness about what's going to happen in Davos. Such a good name, Davos. I can't understand why they don't pick a warmer spot though. I guess it's pretty. Well, I would definitely go for warmer. 5 minute bars are at 7.25 average on the points, and that was before the market opened up. Now that the market's opened up here, they've definitely expanded those a little bit. The last 3 bars have been 10, 15 points. So no economic reports, just playing off of what's the market is nervous about what this meeting's going to be about or not. Like we said, Liberation Day 2.0. As we come back down here to our blue band, now we already tested our blue band on the downside here, so it's a little bit riskier if you're going to jump in this time around. Again, you don't have to trade it big. You can trade it small because of the volatility. And everybody here has different risk tolerances, as you can imagine. So you have to find the right dynamic for you to be able to trade. How are you going to scale in if you're not? If you are, where you can leave your stops, where your entry points are. All those have to be, you have to consider as you are trading here. And especially with the volatility that gets picked up. All right. Well, it's definitely range bound here for a little bit. All right. Very, very choppy here. So pick your spots and be careful. Again, our bands work very nicely already, so we're not going to retest them. If you're going to retest them, you're a little aggressive. If you're going to do that, just trade it small. Downside, look at the 59. Upside, we already tested 85, so we already tested our blue band and green band as well. I would say probably the blue band and our hourly, not so much of a test, only because we got it right up to 90 there. I would say probably 96 would be our next level that I'd be focused in on the upside resistance. 96 up to even would probably be. I know it's a lot, but it's yeah, yeah. Just be careful. Maybe take the upper end of the range there, depending on your risk tolerance. If anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. All right, coming up here to these interim highs, we're looking at the 96 area. Again, whatever we're going to do, we're always going to have our stops in place. A lot of volatility here this morning. Bonds too. Bonds yield at 430. It's the biggest bond yield I've seen in a while. And definitely nervous. Geopolitical situation. Usually you get a flight to, you know, the other move the other way, but I guess get both bonds and S&Ps down. That's not a good combination. All right, going back up here, testing this interim high here. Having a little bit of trouble getting through it for whatever reason. Our upside resistance up here at 96. All right, coming back down here again. Having trouble getting through this top end resistance here. Again, we have to be just a little bit patient here and wait for an opportunity. We'll repeat the levels in the chat for those of you who might have missed them. A lot of consideration here in regards to what's going on in what might be happening in Davos. There are the levels in the chat and creating a little bit of a push here to the downside.
I've got an early morning meeting, and the levels have been fantastic. And I played a little bit of the range game, and I'm gonna get out of here early.
Okay. Okay. Well, you have a good one, and we've been talking about the the tariff Supreme Court decision for a while. We keep thinking it's coming out, so maybe today too. Who knows? That could really throw something into it. That one comes up.
Oh, no kidding.
That one could throw something into something here. Who knows what's going to happen on that one too? Oh,
I hope Don's on the right side.
yeah. Oh goodness, that should be something. They've been talking about that for a week now. They keep worrying about it. And now it's really they should wait another week, especially after today. But they come up with a wrong direction. My goodness.
Don says he's done for the day.
Yeah.
I want to hear that story tomorrow, Don.
Yeah. We all know better.
Okay. Good day.
All right,
everyone.
man. Take care.
Yeah.
Talk
Thank
to
you, Saul.
All right, we are definitely just in this little range bound place here, so let's be patient with it. All we can do is be patient with it and wait for the market to give us an opportunity. Chopping around in this range that's created after the opening, and we're stuck in it. 96 is our next level on the top side. So we're going to be trying to see if anything happens up there. And downside is at 59. Okay, chopping here. Patience. And we're very, very choppy again. They created this range right off the opening. 85 down here's 80, 90 now. That down here to 75, and we're basically staying in this range here. And if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. Just range bound here for a bit. Yeah, coming back down here to pivot area. Only two, we're looking downside at that 59 area. Only if you're very aggressive would you be jumping in right in here. Again, only if you're very aggressive would you be jumping in right in that 70 pivot area there. Again, we're looking 3-4 points minimally because of the volatility. Otherwise, we're looking the next support level we're looking at is down here at the 59 area. Again, they might be coming out with some kind of result on the tariff decision by the Supreme Court, so that could really throw throw some craziness into this market today. So be very, very careful on top of whatever craziness we have. So be careful if that comes out. They've been like debating that this should be coming out the whole weeks. At some point, they are going to finally release it so that we react to whatever news comes out with that. So be careful. And okay, we finally get moved down here. Got there below the 59 there a little bit, giving us a nice little pop back up. Let's see. Let me get down to 59 there. We got down to 70 something. Sorry. I was looking at, we got down to 68. We did break through that 72. And came down here to 68. Probably looking at still looking at the 59. You see that spike there is around 60. And again, anything could happen today. It's just one of those weird days. And Davos meeting is going to be going on for a little while, right? I mean, it's not just one day. So it's going to we're going to have some fallout from that for next for this whole week probably. And then if that the Supreme Court stuff comes out, who knows what's going to happen with that? Oh, well, they popped it right down to 68 and change there, and came right back up. We're looking, it's 59. See, it stopped at 68, kind of right in the middle of nowhere there. And coming right back up to the range. All right, so kind of I go nowhere fast here. Moves a lot, but kind of hard to figure out where it's going to stop. And that's what we try not to guess. All right, coming back down here now. We got it's just chopping around here. Big chop, but still chopping around. So let's be patient. We got 59 on it. Oh, whoa. Could be something's up. Gotta be a little careful here. I don't know if something's up here. Gotta be very careful here today. Could be more volatility, and I don't know some news that could be the tariff news. Who knows? Bonds popping back up here a little bit. Just traded small today. You don't have to trade big. Coming down here to these interim lows. Looking at the 59 area here. Again, we don't know. It's too soon to tell if the news came out or not. A little volatility here, so something is up behind the scenes. So be careful. VIX is up to 20 handle now. Looking at the 59 area, against something's up. They're calmed down a little bit, but still very whippy. Again, trying to see what any news on the tariff situation, but with the Supreme Court or not. They keep saying that it's coming out every day. At some point, it is going to come out. Let's see what happens today, though. No tariff decision until February 20th. Okay. February. Oh, gosh. Okay, then. Well, that's probably a smart thing to do after today, after what's going on here with, thanks for letting me putting that in there, Paul. Probably a good thing. You should let one thing happen and then see what happens after that. All right, market just kind of pulled in here on these interim lows. We're looking at the 59 area. All right, we are kind of hanging here around our pivot area. So nothing to get too excited about. They made a run down to 63 area there, 62 area, and then came back up. And we were looking at 59 and kind of in the middle here. Let's just be patient. Okay, we're just chopping around here. All right, we are just kind of hanging here right around our pivot. Both sides of our pivot, so let's be patient. It's, coming back into the middle of this range. Oh, we drove one down to about 62 area there and pop back up. And basically just come back into the middle of the range that we've been trading in. Okay. Very choppy. Looking at the 59 area, the next support level, and either way, we're always going to keep our stops in place. Bond's coming back a little bit. All right, well, big rally here. Again, we never know when these rallies are going to happen. That's why we like to stay away or breaks. Actually, not only rallies, but just never know when they're going to present themselves. We never know if there's going to be some news that creates it. But we were in the middle of no man's land, so we weren't going to be trading anything. We didn't have any position on, so we weren't going to get caught one way or the other. The upside level we're looking at right now is up at 96. We were talking about the downside support there at 59, but all of a sudden it get this little crazy little move here. But again, we did not have anything on. We were kind of flat. I mean, you were guessing as to which way this was going to happen. So instead of trying to guess, we were flat and being patient and waiting for an opportunity. Upside level we're looking at here is up here at 96. That's our next level of resistance. Coming up here to our green band again. If you're very aggressive, or you may be dipping your toe here, but otherwise look for the 96 level. And everybody has different risk tolerances and different things that we look at when we're trying to trade with our methodology. And there's a reason that the bands are there. Some traders like to take them, some traders don't, especially if it's second or third rotation to them. And obviously, there is a risk level involved and different risk levels involved in some of these trades, and you have to understand them. And that's what we try to explain. Whether we try to show you what I'm telling you now, or in our education course that we offer, where we show you how to find these areas, levels, why they're there, why they would work, how to use our bands, and how to enter these trades depending on your risk tolerances, because everybody here has different risk tolerances, as you can imagine. We're looking up here at the 96 area. Is that probably looking from 96 up to even? That would probably be a good, if you're scanning around there. So if we get up there, I don't know what happened here that created this little push here from, we're trying was 68 all the way up here to 92 all on one little quick 5-minute bar. We have 96 up here. See if we want to push up here or not. All right, coming up here to we have the 96 area here a little bit. So see what it wants to do up here if we get up there. Again, you have to scale in a little bit differently based on the volatility. We always talk about that. If you're scaling in at all, if you're not scaling, that's fine. Everybody here trades differently. Usually I would scale about a point above and below the level because this added volatility. I'm going to scale in 2 points above and below the level. Some would be 94, 96, and 98 only because of the volatility here. But that's me. Doesn't mean that everybody has to do the same thing. You can pick your spot. You can take the 96 or get up to 98. Well, I suggested all the way up to even would probably be a good area here if we get up here or not. Again, all depends on your risk tolerance and how you manage trades. It's all an individualized thing. I'm just suggesting different ways of um, getting in and getting out of some trades. Everybody here has their own risk tolerance and has to trade that according to their risk tolerance. Now we got up here to 94 and change here. Trying to get up here to the 96 area. We're still on the same bar, so that's okay. Okay, we got up to 96 now. Yeah, make sure you keep your stops in place no matter what. You obviously have to have your orders in place up there, right? Get filled. Can't just, now decide to put your 96 in there because we kind of missed that initial rotation to the downside. Again, if you're trading them and you're getting in, you're getting out, you're looking at the continuation rally here to get us filled on the top end of our scale if you're scaling in at all. Whenever it's creating a little rally here, happened about 10 minutes ago from down at 68 all the way back up here. So a nice little rally here in the market. Giving us a push up here to our upper resistance area here at 96. And it's always an area, like we always talk about, because we're not going to be perfect here. We're working this 96 area here a little bit. See what we want to do here. You got a couple points on it there. If you're trading multiple contracts, feel some off. You're making a little bit of money, but we'd like to make a nice little rotation here to get a little push back down here to about the 92, 90 area. But take some profits if you're trading multiple contracts. Nothing's guaranteed, right? Just obviously we all understand that. If you're trading multiple contracts, take some profits off and then move on. And we did the new bar here, so a little bit riskier. If you didn't get the 98, I would be careful here. If you're trading the 98, It's not necessarily what some of you are doing. We're just kind of floating up here again. A little resistance around the even area. For those of you who are otherwise we're looking for the on 16909 is our next level on the upside. All right, continue to uptick here. All right, we're kind of running through here a little bit, looking at the '09 area. Always keep your stops in place no matter what you're trying to do. And now we had a nice little rally back up here. Again, this started from 68 on and continue. And we never know what news is going to interject into the market to create volatility. So whatever it is creating this volatility, this move here. Looking at the '09 area on the upside here is our next level of resistance. Again, if you took some profits, peeled some off, that's good. If you kept your stop in place, that's good. Because now we'll continue to rally, and then we'll look at our next area on the upside here, which is up here at the '09 area. Always at the mercy of volatility. I always say that, so we have to always make sure we keep your stops in place in case with these one-way moves, one way or the other. Okay, coming off here a little bit. Got up there to 0304. All right. Well, we got up to 04 there, come flying off 0304 area. And it's not surprising. There's a lot of volatility here. Little support would be around the 80 area on the downside. And still that, I guess, the 90, 92 area would still be a little bit of support there. All right, the upside there, looking at next level that we're focused in on is going to be up there at 09. We got a double top up there at 0203. So a little bit of a buy here above the 05 if you're a little aggressive. All right, we're back up here to these interim highs. A little bit of a buy here above the 05. If we get up here, we're looking at the 09. It's our next level of resistance. Cannot get above 05. I'm just now floating back here a little bit. A lot of volatility here this morning. A lot of tension or nervousness in regards to what's going on with uh, what might be going on with Davos, the World Economic Forum in Davos. The United States is going and threatening to tariff the EU. Market's a little nervous about that because there are, I guess they could counter tariff us. Yes. No, always something going on, right? Always something going on. All right, just kind of floating in this little range here. So we got a little bit of a buy here above the 05 for those who are a little aggressive looking up here for the 09. All right, just kind of chopping here a little bit. A little bit of buy there above the 05. A little support right now would be around the 80 area. All right, we're rotating down here a little bit. Couldn't get above that 05 and that just came off. We're kind of down ticking here a touch. We'll support probably around the 85 area. Their blue band is coming in there 90 in our hourly, 88 in our green band in our 5 minutes. And our blue band's coming there around 85. So anywhere between 85, 87, 90. A little support if you're aggressive. Otherwise, just if it drifts back into this range, kind of like nothing much to do here because it find these little areas of support doesn't mean they're going to hang in there, and make sure you keep your stops in place with those opportunities if they come back down here. All right, market did go right down. Yeah, it did, right? And down here to 88 and change. That our green band was right there, right around there now. And that's the level we're looking at is on the 85. 82 is our blue band. So in our 5 minute, again, be a little bit careful here. Keep your stops in place if you're going to take these. These are price action trades based on whatever the market created once we opened up. Mm, uh, they did, they did go right up to, they did not get above the 5 there. So that opportunity is still there if we get back up there. Okay. Kind of staying a little bit here weak. A little support down at in the 80 green blue bands coming there around 83, 83 to 85 area, but we are stopping here, so be careful there at 85. It looks like they'll come down to 85, but they go right down to our green band here and popped up a little bit. So be careful there at 85. Not so. 83 to 85 is our next little support. Otherwise, I'm looking for below that. We've got our pivot there at 72. Now we're down ticking here a little bit. Again, 83 to 85, a little support area. Make sure you keep your stops in place. Otherwise, look for next support level below that. It would be down at 82. Again, we are here the morning hours, coming here to the end of our morning session. Had definitely some movement here today because of the uh, opening up 100 S&P points lower, some added volatility into the market. Have to be very patient here and pick our spots, and also make sure we trade around those areas. Keep your stops in place. Sometimes we have to work on a level instead of giving us a quick rotation, but that's what happens uh, when we are getting this a lot of volatility here, and it opens up a lot of opportunity. And also, make sure keeping your stops in place so we don't get run over by any one of these levels that don't work out for us. Because you're always going to have another opportunity no matter what, especially with the volatility. But being patient and waiting for opportunity is very important. Wow, we ran up here. We got 09's our next level on the upside. A little bit of a buy there above the 05 downside support. Well, we thought maybe we'd get down to 85 area, but we only got down to 86 and change here, and then pop back up. And basically just kind of missed out on that little area. Let it go a little bit lower, but did not get there. Now it's popping back up here a little bit. So if we get below, I think if we get below, I'd say the 83, then we'll look for our pivot as our next support level. And then we'll go from there to the downside there. Okay, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We don't mind questions. We are coming here to the end of our morning session. And again, a lot of volatility. You got to definitely pick your spots and be very, very patient. And also make sure you keep your stops in place because these markets are just moving around too much. And which is fine. Nothing wrong with that. And like I said, it just gives us different opportunities for us. Okay, again, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask in the chat. We'll give you some parameters to kind of consider. And get back here in a bit.
Hey, quick shout out to James V. Hey, James, you have an interest in being part of our service? So let me know back in chat. Paul C, let me know how you made out today. Have any questions about our services? Those that are joining us through our socials, we're going to be exiting now. So come right into daytradingmarkets.org and join us live. We'll be back here again tomorrow at 9 a.m. Yeah, come right into our Zoom, Day Trading Markets.